Moving from Arizona to Colorado and just want to learn maybe some of the differences, maybe what to expect when you move here, well, that's exactly what this video is for. Let's get started. Hi there, Christy Lee here, and I am a local real estate agent in the state of Colorado, but more importantly, I am a native of Colorado. If you're new to my channel, all of my videos are catered to my most favorite places to live, to visit. If that's something that interests you, please click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And as much as I love making these videos for you, I love hearing from you more. So please, right there is my contact information. Reach out if you do need my assistance for moving from Arizona to Colorado or throughout Colorado, whatever it is. I love hearing from you. All right, so recently I've had a lot of people contact me moving from Arizona to Colorado, and I got together with them and just wondering what's the biggest things that you noticed about Colorado, or that you were shocked about Colorado once you got here, and that maybe I should talk to other people about. And the biggest one, I feel like, it's the seasons, right? So everybody's so excited, or they're shocked about our seasons. So we do have 4 seasons. We do have all 4, and they're absolutely amazing. So just right when you get sick and tired of one season, it goes right back into the other one. Now, this is a difference between Arizona, obviously, because you guys are pretty much hot all the time, especially in the summertime, and then you do cool off in the wintertime, but your wintertime weather is pretty much our summer. So on average, our summer temperature is gonna hover right around that 90 mark. Now, don't get me wrong, we do or can get into the hundreds, but that's pretty much it. We don't go much over 100, and that's really just a couple days here and there, but we really do stay within that 90 mark. Wintertime, our highs in the wintertime are gonna hover right around that 40 degree mark. We're not that cold, and that's what I feel like most people are super shocked about when they move to Colorado, especially from Arizona, is that they're anticipating us to be cold all the time. Like, we have all of this snow and it never goes away, and it couldn't be farther from the truth. In fact, when it does snow, it actually melts pretty much the next day. You could be out there shoveling in just a long sleeve shirt and jeans because it's really not that cold. And in fact, when you are shoveling or skiing, you actually get really, really hot because the sun is beating down on you, because we are so much closer to the sun. So that is something that is pretty shocking, I feel like, for most people who are coming out here, because they're just expecting us to have all this snow. And in fact, one of my clients was like, you guys got like 5 snowstorms since she's been here, last year, and she's expecting it to be like every day. And I'm like, no, we don't have that. So that is something that I feel like is shocking. Our summers obviously are not as hot as you're used to. So whether you like that or not, whatever. What another thing is our falls. We have our fall and our spring. And our spring is actually kind of funny because our spring isn't that long, and it actually we have spring, and then all of a sudden, usually we have some sort of spring snow, and then it goes back to spring, and then all of a sudden we have summer. So it's a really kind of weird dynamic during the springtime. Really heavy, weird, sleety snow. But then fall is absolutely amazing. Fall is crisp. You see the leaves change. It's so beautiful out here. I absolutely love it. And it's right around 70, 75 degrees outside. That's another thing that's also what I feel like most people come out here for. Maybe not necessarily shocking, but something that you should be, aware of or even excited about, is that opposed to Arizona, where it's probably pretty hard to do things year round out there, outdoor activities, I should say. Summertime, it's just brutally hot. And when I'm referencing Arizona, I do want to make sure I'm referencing like Phoenix area. Okay, I know there's other parts within Arizona that do get cooler, but Phoenix as a whole, let's just say it's pretty hot and you can't really do much year round. Well, in Colorado, you truly can do something year round. So in the summertime, we're not too hot though where you cannot be outside. We don't have the humidity, neither do you, but we don't have the humidity that makes it even hotter. You could still, you could actually still golf out here in the wintertime, actually. I mean, most of our people in Colorado do go to Arizona most of the time to go golfing, but there's a good chance you could actually golf out here in the wintertime too. You could go skiing and go golfing the exact same day, and that is pretty shocking, I feel like, to most Arizona. Another huge topic that you definitely need to be aware about before moving here is the cost of living. So I've looked at a lot of different things, and there's a lot of different numbers all over the place, but it looks like on average, Denver is going to be about 30% higher cost of living than Phoenix. Okay, so the median house price in 2022 in Phoenix was about $480,000, and in Colorado, or in Denver specifically, was $600,000. Now, obviously, this is a median that's going to take into a lot of things: condos, townhomes, single family, all of that stuff, depending on what areas you're coming from. But overall, Colorado is going to be more expensive. So I feel like a lot of my clients, when they start looking, they're a little bit sticker shock, that they could only get this particular house for this particular amount of money compared to what they could get out in Phoenix. And so do your research. Make sure that when you're moving here, your salary is going to justify the increase in housing price, because while we can get you into, the lower side of housing prices, there's plenty of areas that I definitely recommend if you need something a little bit on the lower side, like below $600,000. It's definitely doable for sure. But just know that for the most part, it's going to be about $600,000. Now, taxes are going to be relatively the same of what you're used to be paying. Groceries, all of the utilities, that kind of stuff is going to be really relatively close. I have heard though that homeowners insurance is a little bit higher than what you're used to out in Arizona. So do look into that too when you do end up purchasing your house or moving out here and looking into getting homeowners insurance. Note that it is more expensive than probably what you're used to as well out in Arizona. So to kind of piggyback off of the housing, another thing which I actually didn't know, so maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but what I am hearing a lot from people who I'm helping with Arizona is that you guys don't have basements. So we have basements out here, which is really, really cool when you're moving from Arizona to Colorado. Most houses out here, now not all of them, but a majority of them, I would say about 75% of houses out here will have a basement, which just additionally means that you actually have places in like an extra storage area, or you can make that into another bedroom or play area or whatever it might be. It's just more square footage that maybe you're not currently used to. So also kind of factor that into your budget when you're looking at houses. You probably will get a little bit more square footage, or it's going to be designed a little bit different of a way than what you're used to. Maybe you're used to attics. I don't know if you guys have attics out there. We do not have attics. Well, we do have attics, but not usable attics. Like you don't go up there. You don't store things up there. So all of our stuff is below ground, where that seems to be a big deal, which I've never known anything different but to have this, but that seems to be a big deal. So do kind of expect that, or look for houses like that if that's something that interests you and is important to you when moving out to Colorado. Another thing that I heard, or I've been hearing from clients, is that our food scene out here sucks compared to what you guys are used to out in Arizona or Phoenix more specifically. So if you're a foodie and you're into all of that, awesome stuff, and you go out to eat all the time, you're probably going to be a little bit disappointed in what our options are out here. Now, granted, we do have a lot of amazing restaurants, especially in the Denver or Boulder area. They're amazing, but maybe not quite to the par that you're used to. I feel like it is getting better, but honestly, I'm not a foodie. I'm full-on pizza and beer girl, so I don't really care one way or another, but I am hearing that from other clients who do go out to eat quite a bit and are used to those type of cuisines, that we kind of lack on that in the Denver area. And finally, the last one I do want to mention, and this is just overall for anybody who's moving to Colorado, is obviously our elevation. So unless you're used to it, you might feel a little bit sick or dehydrated or get headaches. It will take you some time to get used to being so high above sea level. That's just a very common occurrence for anybody who is either visiting or have moved here. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're coming out here, and if you're not feeling all that great, especially the first couple days, it's usually because of altitude sickness. So stay hydrated, eat bananas. For some reason, bananas work, but definitely drink a lot of water. I would honestly say probably stay off alcohol, or at least, not consume nearly as much as maybe you're used to for the first few days, just because you might get really, really sick. So that's just a word of advice if you're moving or coming here from Arizona, but really anywhere you're not used to the elevation. All right, so this is Christy Lee here, and that is my video on Arizona to Colorado. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Remember to click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video, take care.